Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I made a video about my first coming out story last year. Since then, some of you guys asked me to make one in English too. That is what I'm gonna do in this video. Before I start, my story is something I want straight people to hear too. It actually affected my teenage years in a very negative way. Anyway, let's get started. My first coming out was when I was in high school. I was 17. I did to one of my best friends at the time. I met this guy through other friends, but we got along very quickly. In my high school, I was in a school band and he was in the baseball team. We would have some practice after school every day. So the room where I was practicing normally was right next to the ground. So I always saw him play baseball from the window. And then he would come to talk to me during the break time. I actually started liking him very much, so for me it was almost like dating him every day. We studied together, go out together. During the summer break, we even visit the university he wanted to enter. So during that time, I always knew that I was gay, but I didn't really know how I could handle it. I was mentally really unstable because of my sexuality. I think I really needed someone to talk to about it. Back then, it was a time where school kids started using cell phones, so I got one, right? And then I really enjoyed texting friends. I thought I wasn't able to come out to him in person, so I decided to text him about it. I remember I typed saying, I don't really know if I can like girls like you do. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I don't think I like girls. Instead, I probably like boys. His first reaction was surprisingly calm, and I remember he said something like, I'm actually very confused with what you said, but if you need someone to talk to, I'm here for you. So obviously I was really relieved, right? But he didn't really ask me anything really particular about my sexuality. So that was right before the summer break ended. We all were gonna have a really stressful semester for the exam, for colleges, universities. He was not very good at, any subjects actually. So he needed to some time to, focus on his study. We were actually in the same class. I was trying to talk to him in person, about me being gay, but his behavior kind of started getting weird. I mean, he didn't really give me any opinions or the advice about it. Instead, he started avoiding me. So one day, I texted him asking, what's going on? You're acting weird recently. So he was like, honestly, I'm very confused and I don't actually want you to talk about your sexuality anymore because I really need to focus on my study right now. And I was like, to be honest, that was understandable enough, right? And I agreed. However, after the conversation, he started completely avoiding me in the class. For example, when I joined some of my friends for lunch, he would just go away, even though we used to have lunch all together, So those things kept happening, and I started having a mental breakdown. To be fair, looking back now, it was just really, really bad timing, But my first coming out was a really big failure, and it was really a big, negative impact to me. So I was really depressed all the time. I sometimes couldn't even stop crying during classes. I don't know how I was able to hide it from other friends. Anyway, somehow time passes. He happily passed the exam for the university he wanted to enter. I don't honestly remember what was going on during that time. So I thought I wasn't mentally good enough to, go through all these really, really stressful exams for universities, right? So I decided to skip all the process, and instead I focused on getting, excellent grades and use them to enter the university I wanted to go to. On the graduation day, I texted him because I wanted to talk to him in person, and I really wanted to end that awkward friendship anyway. By the time, I didn't even want to be friends with him, to be honest. But I got no reply from him, of course. That's how we graduated from high school. But this story doesn't end here. A few years later, I found him on some social media service by chance. I was really curious about what he was doing, and I messaged him. And surprisingly, he replied. So we updated each other about our lives, and the conversation went kind of smoothly, but at some point he suddenly said, by the way, I don't want to keep this conversation actually, because I don't want to get involved with any gay stuff anymore. And he said, it was nice to talk to you, but bye. I was genuinely shocked, right? Not sad though, just shocked and actually furious. I replied him saying, you know what, I don't really mind that if you're uncomfortable with me, about this, but there will be some gay people around you, whether you know this or not. And I really want you to think about how you would react to your kids if they're gay or lesbian in the future. That's all I want to say. That was the end of the conversation with him. I was hoping that he would change the way he saw me after that, but that didn't happen, unfortunately. My point from this experience is not coming out is a bad thing or anything. But if you are in the closet now, I want you to find right people to talk to. Fortunately, nowadays we have social media, smartphones. You can meet a lot of different kinds of people across the world. So just try to reach out right people first and get some support. And then you will be finally ready to come out to your family, your friends. It's obviously not mandatory to come out, right? Even though my story is a sad one, I hope my story will give you guys a sort of clear image of coming out. Alright, that was my story. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. It'd be also nice if you guys share your coming out stories as well. Alright, thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe. Bye.